Hi guys, welcome to Race Day and Real Talks. This is episode 5.
Yes,
Yes,
it's been a while.
It's been about a month.
It has been a while, but we
that's
haven't been able to film. We had a
no.
vlog for you as well that obviously you
Yeah,
saw.
we had the vlog.
The
and
quality of that
then
wasn't great, the sound quality especially. But
no,
first time,
yeah, in a bit. And this is also a new setup. We've got our lovely new flag behind us.
yeah, this flag will only make certain appearances.
Yeah,
Not
only
very
once in a while.
often.
No, but
all.
when it's there, it's there. You know,
Yes.
having a great time. But yeah, so there's been quite a few happening.
We've had 3 F1 races since.
4.
4?
We've had 4 F1 races since our last video. We've had Japan, Jeddah, Bahrain, and Miami.
We haven't. We've just had Bahrain, Saudi, and Miami.
Japan?
We spoke about Japan.
No, we didn't because we had
Yeah,
our
we did in the
vlog.
vlog. We spoke about it.
Oh.
I edited it. Don't worry, I know.
Okay. Anyway, we've technically had 4, but basically 3. Then there's been a few other things that's happened. So, do you want to start with Jeddah?
No.
No. Let's look at what happened with Jeddah.
We need to start in order.
Yeah, Jeddah was the furthest
No.
away. Or do you mean start with Miami?
No, it went Suzuka.
Oh, see, we are talking about Japan.
No, but it went Suzuka, Bahrain, Jeddah.
Oh.
Jeddah was the last race we had,
Miami was the last.
No, before then. I mean, of the triple header.
Yeah. Okay, so we have Japan. We'll quickly recap on that because we kind of started it.
It was a while ago, so
it was a while.
Sorry if we're getting wrong.
Yeah, it was Max 1, then Lando, and then Piastri was a
That was a tough race for the McLarens.
Oh yeah, they
obviously
couldn't.
Not in terms of it wasn't that bad because
they got second and third. However, they couldn't catch Max.
No. Also, microphone situation. We've only got one clip now, so if
I sound really loud, I'm really sorry, and I'm trying to keep it at a far enough distance because I'm really bad at speaking into it like this. We're just gonna kill off Lottie's ears later. So yeah, ignore that. If it gets a bit louder,
yes.
Hopefully it doesn't kill off your ears.
Hopefully you can hear us too.
Yeah. And driver of the day was actually Yuki.
Yeah.
Who got 12th.
Yeah, it's because it was his home race.
We've
had a lot of controversial driver of the days this season.
Yeah.
I don't think many have been deserving. Obviously,
no.
Oscar got it in Miami, which was deserving. Yeah. I personally think Alex should have got it, but Oscar was my second choice to get it, so fair enough.
I agree with that. I mean, Albon did really well, but I think he did win the race and he did continue. So it was all deserved. I mean, we had the one with Lewis Hamilton, which no one thinks deserved. No offense to him, however, he did stuff, but not much. Everyone thought it was Antonelli or Behrman should have gotten it.
Yeah, and obviously Kimi got it in Suzuka. No, not Suzuka.
In Jeddah. Or was it Bahrain?
I thought Kimi got it in Suzuka.
No, I just said Yuki got it in Suzuka.
I don't know where Kimi got it.
We're not doing very well.
I don't know where Kimi got it.
But
Kimi got it, and I think Ollie should have gotten it.
Max got it in Saudi. I think that was a while ago.
I don't know. What was the second race of the season?
3.
Oh, China.
Australia.
It would have been China.
Well, Australia was second. But...
Australia was the first race of the season.
Australia was the first race. Sorry, because it says second, but it's testing, and then it goes around. I'm like, what are you on about?
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So, what were we on?
Talking about Suzuka.
I genuinely can't remember anything right now. My brain's going. Oh, it's because Antonelli got fastest lap in that race.
Yeah, but that's no.
Oh, Ferrari got the fastest pit stop.
Ferrari have been incredible with pit stops this season.
They really have.
Been on
Did
top
you hear?
Time.
Sauber got the fastest in the last race.
Yeah, I mean
that was mental.
They had a couple quick ones then.
They had a couple, but I was shocked when I saw that.
They're quite good at their pit stops.
Nothing else.
No, they just haven't got that strong of a car.
No.
I mean, I'm interested to see how they'll perform next season being Audi.
That's way too close. Yeah, I think it'll be interesting when they change because it will be a new sort of vibe, new team, new people.
Yes.
Potentially. I was not saying potentially.
Drivers, but yeah. Both their drivers are signed for the first season being Audi.
Oh, cool. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, Hamilton's kind of been struggling recently.
Hamilton is not getting on with the team.
Nope.
Very sarcastic
Been
comments.
lots of arguments going on and comments, and I don't think he's expecting it the way that he thought it would go.
Especially having a new race engineer. Obviously, he's had Bono for time now.
And then you can kind of like, he probably feels a bit left because Bono's been doing quite well with Kimi recently, and it's kind of like heat going on, but you know. But yeah, it's not going great for him. I think that's the thing, is that everyone brought it up. It was like, oh my god, it's going to be so amazing. It's going to be so amazing with him and Ferrari. And it's like, we didn't know that. And obviously it hasn't happened that. So we weren't 100% sure.
He won the sprint.
And that's about it.
But he
hasn't really done... No, he hasn't had any podiums. He hasn't done anything.
Have we had a single Ferrari podium?
Nope.
Charles was on the podium somewhere, I believe.
He was
with Oscar.
Mind you, I've got the app open right now because it has been ages. Other than Miami.
We know Miami's very fresh.
Yeah, Miami, we know Miami, but like all the other ones, I'm kind of like, I don't know what's going on.
And I've been to GB3 in between, so it's a bit.
Oh yeah, you can talk about that. We've had no Ferrari podiums.
We haven't had a single Ferrari podium. only in sprints.
Yeah, only in sprints have they actually won something.
But even their qualifying in like the likes of Miami weren't great. Like Lewis starting P12, Charles P8 or P9.
Yeah, they're kind of going currently down to a mid-level car. They're not fighting for any championship whatsoever, and they're probably fighting for current mid car. Like
they're the lowest top car, I reckon. Obviously, the Red Bull.
They're not doing amazing.
Struggling, but he's getting
talk about
there.
That yet. Yeah, and then Max is kind of, as usual, carrying the team.
Yeah, but even he's struggling with the car. Obviously with
Ferrari's just lower, and obviously Mercedes is doing decently, but then obviously McLaren's top right now.
Yeah, I mean Kimi's had a strong few races, but
I think he's rookie currently.
Obviously Charles crashed out before on the way to the grid in the sprint race in Miami, which obviously they lost a whole bunch of points there because you never know, might have had a podium, not sure. I don't think they would have done, but
you never know, something could have happened. But yeah, that's kind of Japan. There wasn't really much to chat about Japan. Like it's not very memorable. Yeah, it's stunning
Haas's, there. Special livery though is my favourite thing ever. The best livery I've seen, I think.
Yes, it was quite pretty, wasn't it?
It was incredible. Yes.
And then onto Bahrain, where it was Piastri, Russell, Norris was top 3.
Yes.
This is kind of the theme. Yeah, it's kind of the two McLarens plus George is currently what's going on. I mean, George is like, we were talking about it earlier. George is like secretly kind of moving his way.
Where if something happens with the McLarens, he could easily come up and just get those points.
Yeah, no, totally. I think he has a chance this season, which I'm like, he's not my favorite, but you know, he has a chance. I think if he does deserve a chance.
He hasn't really.
I just think Lando also needs a chance. Yeah. There's been so much controversy over Lando and Oscar because Lando, if they didn't have Lando currently, I think McLaren would have had a lot of it. I mean, we obviously don't know, but they would have had such a struggle because bringing up the car, he's literally been with the car and its worth times for the past 5 years, and suddenly it's at its best, and now they're like, Oscar is more of a chance. They're giving Oscar more, whereas I think they should give Lando some.
Yeah, but I don't think I'm going to be able to add that in. That's really controversial.
I know. I did think so. But yeah, so with Bahrain, who's the... Oh, that was the controversial one because it was Lewis. Was driver of the day.
Oh, yeah.
Because everyone was saying that he didn't really do much.
Obviously, driver of the day is a fan pick. Yeah. But fans just seem to be picking their favourite drivers at the moment and not by performance. Obviously, it doesn't mean anything unless if you've got a fantasy team.
Yeah.
But I still think it, like, if they've had a good race, even if it's like Ollie going from P20 to P10, I think it's just a boost of like, oh, so the fans have recognised that.
Yeah, they've seen what I've done. I mean, yeah, it's been really odd recently with driver of the day. It's like last season when they kept giving it to Lando, when I'm not going to lie, there were some times where someone else could have gotten it.
Yeah.
That's just because everyone was favouriting Lando over Max last season, and there was a whole controversy with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of... That race was a bit weird. I don't really remember much about it.
Bahrain was a very... I don't want to say slow race, but...
Yeah, nothing really happened.
It's not very memorable.
No.
As to what happened.
I don't remember it
I also don't remember when it was. Did anyone DNF? I don't think they did.
Yeah. Sainz.
Carlos. Oh, I remember now. Actually, he caused a safety car because him and Lawson were having their whole battle for laps on end, and they kept dive bombing each other, smashing each other up, things like that. So
where did Lawson come? Oh, Lawson was 16th. Even with all the smashing, he came past Stroll. Not very surprising. But yeah, that was kind of Bahrain.
Yeah, Bahrain's not much memorable. Yeah,
I just said memorable.
Yeah.
That's how the day's going. Yeah, nothing really happened there.
I just want to mention, we're filming this on Ollie Behrman's birthday, so happy birthday, Ollie Behrman.
Yeah, have a lovely day.
Yeah, although it will probably be like too late.
But we are filming on, or we can confirm it is the...
It is Thursday the 8th of May.
Yep, exactly.
But anyway.
Anyway. He got the fastest... Oh, okay. Back to... Oh, I feel like I need to pause for a minute. But we haven't got anything.
This is very choppy, but it works. You can tell we haven't filmed in a while. Yeah. But if we just move on to Jeddah, because
I was going to say Jeddah
his most recent races I can actually kind of remember.
Yeah, so Jeddah was Piastri, Verstappen, Leclerc, and then Norris came fourth.
We've now gone back to the fact that Charles was on the podium.
Oh yeah,
which is what I thought.
It's because I didn't follow Jeddah.
Oh, I remember what happened in Jeddah.
That sounds like something really bad happened. What happened?
We'll talk about it.
Okay. Anyway, on to Jeddah, because again, as we said, nothing really happened in Bahrain, so yes, not much really memorable. It was Piastri, Verstappen, Leclerc. So podium. As we said earlier, Ferraris didn't get a podium. However, we were wrong. I was wrong. I didn't look at Jeddah, and yeah, Leclerc did get there.
Obviously, different scenes, not a double McLaren podium. That is down to obviously Jeddah's not that easy for overtaking. It's not that difficult, but it's like you have to be in the slipstream. You have to be close. You kind of need to, and obviously dive bombs and stuff, the corners, whatever. Yeah. Obviously, Lando crashed in quali.
Yeah.
Which
that was quite sad.
Qualifying, but
he get P10.
He got P10 in qualifying. Yeah, he didn't get a lap.
So. Yeah.
But I think it was still a good performance. Finished just outside of the podium.
P4? Yeah. P4. He was P4.
Yeah.
Which I think, considering he started P10. It was quite good,
especially in Jeddah.
Yeah,
but obviously
actually get everything right. But
a podium's what he was looking for, but still P4, he can't complain.
No, and I think he was quite happy with it after. Although he was very annoyed with himself after qualifying, he seemed like his spirits were a lot higher during like interviews after the race, because I think he's kind of like, oh, P4's okay. Yeah, like I passed all these people. But yeah. And then Max got driver of the day.
Max got driver of the day.
Which I think, considering P2, and he hasn't gotten it this year.
Yeah, he didn't do bad.
I mean, he didn't do badly.
He had a decent race.
Yeah, I don't think anyone stood out much in that race.
No.
I mean, Albon got 9.
Obviously, Liam had his penalty, which I don't agree with because...
Controversy.
I don't think he was anywhere near Jack Doohan.
No.
I think it was Lawson that got the penalty, or was it Jack Doohan? I don't remember, but one of them got a 10-second time penalty.
Doohan came 17th, and Lawson came 12th.
Yeah, one of them had a 10-second time penalty.
I think it was Lawson because I remember being slightly annoyed about that.
Yeah, because...
We may be wrong.
There was a supposed that he pushed Jack off the track.
Which I don't think there's
no proof of that. I don't think he did, but obviously it's not down to us to decide. It's happened as well.
If only.
But he's got a lot of penalty points already this season. I think he's up to 6 in 6 races. Which obviously...
This cannot go very well.
6 more and he'll have to miss a race. But...
Anyway.
I mean, some of them... That one, I think, is a bit unfair.
Yeah, there was a couple that was like, oh, okay. Yeah, someone's just going for it.
Yeah.
But, is what it is.
And I mean, obviously, fireworks in Jeddah.
No.
Was it Jeddah there was fireworks?
Yes. The fireworks in Jeddah were like, I was watching an interview with Sainz, and he could not speak, he could not hear what's going on. It's like, dude, shut up.
Yeah, and Alex was saying this is longer than the national anthem.
Literally.
They went on for so long, it was done.
They spent enough money on the place. They've done enough.
Exactly.
There's no need to keep them going throughout the interviews as well. Once the first person's passed, do 10 seconds of fireworks and stop.
Fireworks. They're nice.
10 seconds of fireworks and just stop. There is no need for any more. You're a Jeddah.
Yeah.
you're not that special. I'm sorry. But, like, you don't need 55 minutes of fireworks going on through interviews, race.
No,
like, also, it's going to distract the drivers if it's going on for too long, because they could still be racing, even though I don't think they were. They could still be racing going on in the back, and if there's fireworks going off, it's going to scare them and distract them.
And it was the fact they were all in their interview, so they've gotten out the car, they've done a mini
they've done everything,
got to the TV pen, they're still going. It's
and that's
a bit over
continuing.
But like, I get you want to congratulate the winner. Obviously,
I get
Oscar
that.
won, but
with us, like, love that for Oscar. However, no need for that.
No,
like, genuinely, it could be so dangerous. In my mind, it could be so dangerous, and there was no need. As I said, Carlos was like, I don't know what's going on right now. He looks so confused. He was just staring at the interviewer like, what?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's kind of as much as I can remember.
It was an interesting race. Oh, actually, Jeddah. We had the lap point incident with Yuki and Pierre.
Yes. Oh my god, that's the one where they both crashed out.
To the fault of either of them.
That was kind of racing incident. Can't lie.
Yeah.
Literally lap 1 incident.
Was it turn 1 or 2? I don't remember.
2.
Turn 2.
Because that's the one where Max went ahead of.
Turn 1 was the incident with Oscar with Max, but I think it was turn 2 or 3 that then Yuki and Pierre was together.
Yeah, but and then they crashed and then they DNF'd.
Neither of them blamed each other.
No, fully. I mean, they're good mates. You know, they're not. It's racing. It happens.
Exactly.
It's happened with everyone. No, literally.
It's a tight street circuit. They were will to will into the corner.
Exactly, and it's going to happen. It's what it is. You know. Should we talk quickly about rookies this season? Because I remember starting before, we were kind of like, oh, don't know what's going to happen. There's been some mix.
I'm still rooting for Ollie.
Yeah,
I
Ollie.
think they all do well, but Ollie's my rookie.
Hopefully. I mean, looking at Kimi, I think he currently has some big potential.
Yeah, I mean, he is also in a Mercedes.
That is true. I think if you put Ollie in there, he has a similar
Liam
chance.
was in the Red Bull, but obviously even Yuki couldn't score Red Bull points.
That's a lot of controversy from me, so I'm not going to say much. But yeah, I did not agree with that at all.
No.
I thought they did not give him a chance whatsoever, and you know, is what it is. Not going to say it much because I don't really want to cause anything.
Isaac Hadjar's done well considering, obviously, the V-Carb last season wasn't slow. It wasn't fast, but he's pushed it. He has, yeah.
But yeah, I think he's doing well. I think it goes currently with standings.
Yeah.
It's currently Kimi, Ollie, then Isaac. Or would you say Kimi, Isaac, Ollie?
They're
as much you don't.
Pretty much on
They're
level.
Quite similar, considering Ollie is in the Haas.
The Haas has shown to be very difficult at points.
However,
but also very strong at other points. Whereas the V-Cubs
feel like they've been stronger than last season, definitely.
The Haas,
yeah.
By this point, definitely.
Ocon's actually been pushing it. I've been surprised by Ocon's performance.
I knew he'd do well in the Haas,
but I didn't think he'd do as well as he's going. I thought he'd get like P10, but he's been getting a bit higher.
The both Haases to be at that point.
But you know, I think Haas is doing decently, and then we have Bortoletto, who's not really in my mind whatsoever.
Sauber.
But it's meant to be a higher car than the Haas.
No, it's not.
Is it not?
No, the Sauber's always been the back of the grid pretty much. And obviously, their focus is on Audi next season, so they're not really
caring about this. I think Bortoletto isn't showing as much potential currently than the others. However, I think that could be part of the car. Yeah. But I also haven't heard much about him. Nothing.
Not really. I know, obviously, he's had his battles with, Fernando and stuff. And there was somewhere, I don't know if it was Bahrain or what, that he went off track. First turn, ruined his race.
He's kind of just there, but he's not anywhere near points or anything.
He's kind of one of those where if there's a problem in the race, something's gonna happen, he's quite likely to be involved. He hasn't been, but obviously.
But
Australia, he crashed like a bunch of people did, and then Miami, he DNF'd, but that's due to engines or something. I don't remember.
I'm loving all every time I'm watching a race, and then it comes up with the rookies and the positions there and the times. I'm like, oh my god, guys, look!
And obviously Jack Doohan. I don't think his performance was that bad. He's obviously not in the car anymore. He's first reserve now, swapped with Colapinto.
Yeah, we've been told yesterday about from F1 and all that stuff that is official that Jack has been swapped with Colapinto.
There's
a lot of controversial right now. But yeah, it's currently a 5-race, kind of
which
looking to see
up to whatever races
before Silverstone. And so there is a chance that Paul could get in after Franco if he doesn't perform, which I'm kind of hoping.
Obviously, as most people know, Franco and Paul did testing in Monza not that long ago. And from what I've seen, Paul was faster and Colapinto crashed, I believe. Or went into gravel, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
One of the two, but they picked Colapinto.
Yeah.
And obviously Oliver Oakes is no longer team principal, it's now Flavio Briatore.
Yeah. Which could be interesting. He brings some flavour to the team.
Then obviously if we talk about Miami.
Yeah. Oh my god. Start with Lego cars.
The Lego parade
my
was
favourite
incredible.
things ever. They literally brought out the children in them. Yeah. They were like my favourite.
I would pay for them to do it again and again.
No, I would pay to go and watch that. But literally 20 miles per hour, nothing, like literally just
But they still managed to cause chaos.
But they still managed to have like 50. I saw an interview of Max, he was like, they're going to have to clean up so much Lego on the track.
Yeah, and a bit of Lego debris.
And with like, I was watching it and he just like lightly taps the McLaren in his car. He was like, yeah, look what I've just done.
Yeah, and obviously the Williams and the Mercedes. But
yeah, but I think it was so funny and it brought like a fun side of them.
Yeah.
And I think seeing them not like properly racing but being friends and like not doing much. Max following the racing line while everyone else skipped the corner.
Really we were watching it and I went, I really want someone to take the corner. Next thing you know, Max is
just taking the corner. Like, of course you would. I mean, out of everyone, I would take him to be the person to take the corner.
Yeah. But in terms of actual racing and stuff, we had the sprint. Lando won the sprint. Obviously, 8 points. It's not that many points, but it helps towards the championship.
Yeah, it helps towards bringing him closer to Oscar. I mean, Oscar won the race this weekend.
Oscar won the race,
which I think he did so well with.
I mean, obviously Max put up a great fight for both of them.
Brilliant for those two, and then it was Lando P2 and George
P3.
Was it George or Max?
Yes, it was George P3. It was Oscar, Lando, George. Because obviously George managed to get past Max, but he was on alternate strategy. Yeah. So, and obviously there was no rain, which everyone was expecting.
Everyone was expecting rain. And I was like, oh, it'd be so good for rain, just to like spice it up a bit.
Yeah.
But no, there was no rain. Everyone was lying to us. All the radars were lying to us.
Yeah, I mean, we knew the rain potentially wouldn't hit, but also no one expected it to hit in the sprint race, which was a bit.
I mean, F1 Academy got cancelled because of rain, and then everyone was like, "Oh, I don't know if like the F1 race is going to get delayed," and yet they were there just driving Lego cars about.
Yeah, so. I mean, F1 Academy getting cancelled was a real shame because I really wanted to see. Obviously, wildcard entry was Ava Dobson. Love Ava, she's so sweet. But I was hoping to see her race because she did incredibly well in the first race, considering first time in F1 Academy. She's doing GB4 this season, so it's not even British F4, so it's a very different car. But she did well. She didn't qualify badly considering it rained. Obviously, she got a 3-place grid penalty, but
I think she did quite decently.
Yeah, I would have loved to see her do the second race. It's a shame. Obviously, whoever's the World Cup for Canada gets 3 races, I believe. But
really?
Yeah, because they're changing the race. They're taking the Miami race and doing it in Canada.
Oh, fair enough. Anyway, race Miami.
Yes.
Albon, P5.
Albon, P5.
That was quite good.
Incredible. I think he had a great race. Obviously, he started. I don't remember where he started. I think he started in the points. He started P7 actually, and Carlos started P6, which is great result for the Williams. Obviously, they've had quite a strong season. No one expected.
No one's seen that, and suddenly they're like P5 in the standings, aren't they?
Yeah, they are P5,
and it's actually mental. Like to see Williams racing, and I think Albon and Carlos as a duo are amazing.
Yes, underrated duo.
And so I think Carlos has helped Albon bring some confidence to himself.
I think Alex has shown this potential the whole time. Yeah. Everyone says, oh, it's all Carlos, it's all Carlos.
No.
Why is Alex ahead in the championship? Why has Alex had considerable amounts of points finishes? Carlos has had a couple, yes. First one he got, obviously, because of some disqualifications. But people sleep on Alex Albon. Honestly, he's an incredible driver. I honestly think he'd excel in a Mercedes, McLaren, one of those cars. Obviously, Williams might end up back in there. I have confidence that Alex can get a podium this season. Obviously, potentially not,
but there's always a chance.
As a driver, 100% can get a podium.
I think Albon's currently top in that team.
Yes,
I mean most definitely.
100%.
And Carlos is there, and I think they could.
As a team, they can be strong. They're very strong. They are very strong. Obviously, Carlos has had his incidents with his DNFs, whatever. But he's definitely there providing them with points along with Alex.
Yeah.
which obviously some teams that's not happening for, but
no. We're heading into race 7, so literally still new.
Yes.
We still don't know anything about the championship. Oscar is the new championship leader.
Oscar is the new championship
which is
leader,
big because
three wins in a row.
Exactly.
One of the only drivers to ever do that at McLaren.
I mean, everyone has said he has such potential, and I so see it.
I think it's not just his driving; it's
his everything.
Yeah, his persona, his how he acts, just
He seems a lot more grown up than his age.
Yes,
and also how he drives and how he's like there all the time and always picking up everything, and like as much as Lando and Oscar right now, I'm really hoping this doesn't happen, but as much as Lando and Oscar right now are for the championship, I'm so scared it's going to ruin them, which I know, I'm really hoping it doesn't, but I'm scared Mercedes is going to come back, bro. Like with McLaren.
Hopefully not.
Which I think praying not, because I think they are such close friends.
They get on so well. I think it's a case of
kind of hoping not.
They work together as well.
They'll probably get annoyed at each other once in a while, but as they all do, like literally everyone does.
Other series, F2.
Yeah.
They race in Jeddah.
Yes,
They've had a couple races recently. I know in Jeddah, Richard Verschoor won the feature race. Jack Crawford P2 because Jack Crawford had such a strong race.
I don't think I watched that one.
No,
I will say that, so I don't have much to comment on it. So.
No, yeah.
I did see Jack Crawford decently.
Yeah, he did. He got pole, which is quite impressive.
Brilliant.
But yes, I don't really remember that much. It was a while ago. I don't remember who won the sprint.
Quite a few of the races are a while ago, so we're just kind of like trying to remember everything and pick things back.
I'll tell you who is the underdog though. Alex Dunn.
I've heard he's been quite decent.
Incredible. He locks up a lot. Yes, he's a rookie. That's what you expect.
Yeah, that's what you're expecting to happen.
But he's so quick. He gets those moves done. He's just incredible. Like, I was not expecting that.
Yeah.
After Australia as well, when he ended up in the gravel first race of the season. But since then, he's picked up a win, podiums. Incredible.
You went to Silverstone. How was that?
That was incredible. GB3, GB4 was the main reason I was there.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was the weekend of the 3-hour GT race.
And you met a bunch of drivers?
I spoke to, I want to say 90% of the drivers.
Yeah. You've got 90%, like quite a few pictures.
I spoke to all of them. I helped get interviews with them. I didn't do any interviews myself.
No.
But I was there for interviews. So they were all so nice. That's one thing I will say. Yeah. So nice, incredible drivers.
They all seem really sweet. I wasn't there. I was working.
No.
So they all seemed really sweet from what you've told me. And I mean, for the people you've met, I'm sure they're all really sweet.
I hope they all do well. Yeah. That's one thing I will say.
And then big news, because I think we're close to the end, is that we're off to Snetterton at the end of the month, which is going to be my first race ever going to I've been to Silverstone, but my first race there and sort of vibes this year, so I'm very excited.
Yes, so that's for British F4.
Yes.
We have a couple of plans for British F4 this season, I believe.
Yeah.
That none of it's confirmed yet.
No.
But also GB3. But those will all be posted on our social medias.
Yeah.
Not specifically Race Day and Real Talks. We both have our own social medias as well. But we're working on getting as much content out for you guys as possible.
As much as it's been a long break, we did try, but there was so many times where we tried and book stuff and it was we couldn't get there.
And we've been busy.
So annoying, and we've had exams for the past few weeks. Luckily, it's all kind of chilled out now.
It's calmed down now. We're getting to the end of the college year.
Yeah. So once it gets to the end, I'm not here for 2 weeks, but you're going to quite a few races.
I've got
Silverstone.
F1.
We're both going. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to Goodwood in July.
I might be going to Goodwood. I'm not sure.
We're not sure. And then we're going to.
We've got British F4 a couple more times.
Some in the August, yeah.
I'm going in June.
Yeah. There's another one in the end of August that we're going to.
We're going to GB3 at the end of August.
Yeah.
I'm also going to GB3 at the start of August, hopefully. We were looking into Monza.
Yeah.
Don't think it's going to happen.
No.
But we were hoping it would.
There's been a few that we've been looking at, and we'll kind of update as we go along. Yes. But yeah, there's a definite at the end of the month on the 24th of May. We are going off to Snetterton.
I've got touring cars this weekend at Brands Hatch.
Yeah, I'm working. So.
Yes, for the qualifying day. So that'll be good.
Yeah.
I'll make a bunch of content if I can. I won't see the drivers.
No, but we'll see.
It'll be a good day.
Yeah.
But I think that pretty much sums up this episode.
Yeah, I mean, it might be a longer one because we've had quite a bit more to.
Yeah, it'll probably be longer than our last one. Our last one was 15 minutes.
Quite short, but that was also our first vlog, and we're kind of like getting used to it. So
yeah, but also our last actual podcast episode was quite short.
Yeah,
it was 15
but
minutes.
I think this kind of makes up. This is quite a long one. Yeah. So yeah, but yeah.
Yes.
We'll see y'all soon.
Thank you for watching or listening.